Vensi ceiling reset, looking for that first bucket. And this might be a good way to get it. Nice play from Vensi, as that was an amazing shot, showing Element how it's done. Right now we are watching in Vensi's perspective. So Vensi is in the orange, Element is in the blue. This game number 1 on Manfield Rainy. Vensi versus Element. Best of 3. Element getting the first kickoff. Looking like he maybe has given Vensi some credit for maybe a messed up, I don't know, server at the beginning, or he wasn't. I'm not sure why he didn't score that, but we are going to bump up the audio. So at the end of the day, Element back in his own half, gets the first dribble. Vensi fake challenge, not going to do much with it. Element almost always going for the flip reset when given an open opportunity. That is the thing about Element, and the reason why the YouTube loves him. The YouTube thinks he's so good. Aqua joined into a match and said Aqua thought Element was the GOAT. Didn't quite say the GOAT, but he said better than his opponent. And he is a very exciting aerial-based player, so I think everybody loves a good Element game. When he stops by, it's always fun. So right now, Element, his first attack, going for an air dribble, no surprise. Neither one of these guys has been able to find a great scoring opportunity yet, though. Vensi been on the defense this entire time. Element, bounce dribble into a shot, or not really a bounce dribble, just bounce power shot. Not going to work out. As he takes this back into his own corner, something he does so frequently, maybe a little bit more than any of his other opponents, just taking it all the way back to reset on possession. Vensi, another nice challenge, but Element has been in control since the very beginning. Minute 30 left. Despite being in so much control, he's yet to score, but his first double touch is not going to quite make it. Off the crossbar and down, as it can't go in. Vensi on the counterattack. This one will get saved away. And 100 boost reset for Vensi. He grabs the boost at midfield. So now he's fully in control. Element having to clear it back into his own corner. So both these guys, lots of boost, lots of open field. Another dribble by Element. This time Vensi is going to cut it off as early as possible. He does not want to have any Element clips on him today. Nice 50 by Vensi. Able to take control deep in Element's half, but really cannot figure out what dribble he wanted to do. Element challenge, looking for the angle. He rolls it slow, and it's not going to matter. It's still in for one. A nice counterattack as Vensi was super deep in Element's half, trying to find a way to milk that great possession he had. He wanted so desperately to get a shot attempt off of what was a good few seconds before that moment, but ends up being a little bit extra greedy, and Element gets a free counterattack. But then Element kind of whiffs, I think, on his way back to the boost. Vensi realizing it and take an easy power shot to tie it back up. Element faking the kickoff, and that turns out to be a mistake. Vensi gets the read. Easy top shelf kickoff shot. Interesting decision from Element to fake without actually flipping. It might have been a complete mistake. Usually people who are faking will do that first flip towards the ball and then turn around, and that does a really good job of convincing the person coming up to the kickoff that the player on the other side of the ball is still progressing towards it. It's so easy to recognize when the player has flipped. But when you just jump single up in the air, it's pretty easy to make the read that you're faking the kickoff. Vensi does, and now he's up 3-1. Nice setup here, all the way down from his own half, as he gets a little soft flick, but stays right next to the ball, meaning Element cannot pull the trigger on the challenge, as Vensi is close enough to tap it over him at any moment, and he's able to convert that into a bounced power shot that Element just cannot quite get to. Another nice low 50, and Vensi might be able to find the angle, just barely not able to get it in. So Vensi on the turnaround. Element dominating the first few minutes of this game, but doing so without actually scoring any goals. So Vensi takes a considerable lead as soon as he's able to strike back. Element checking in his cam to see if Vensi's heading back to corner boost or not. Element using up every last bit of his boost just to push this on the back wall, and Vensi knowing as long as he grabs his own corner, he'll be sending Element back into his own half. This flick is weak. A boost still comes from it, but did not pull enough boost out of Element for that save. That save was fairly easy, and this counterattack is going to be in. Vensi not realizing Element had a ground shot opportunity as he heads to boost. He leaves the net open, but he has got a minute and 15 to make up 2 more goals. Vensi, nice bounce off the kickoff, and it is going to squeeze in. Element almost there. Vensi able to pull it off. Vensi, no need to rush as he waits this dribble into the perfect position, waiting for Element to come in just a little bit too far. Flicks it over him. Element been saving his boost, holding on to 100. Once again, looking to try and find the perfect moment, waiting for this bounce. This flick across the net, just a little bit too much. Can't get back around it to get it back online. Element likely going to head out here, not willing to pull the trigger on the tough challenge, although maybe he should have, considering how late he is into this game number 1, down 3. He almost certainly would have had that aerial challenge taken away from him and then counterattacked, but at this point, he's got to risk it. That flick off the post, though, should be an easy goal for Element, but Vensi, on the great recovery, gets the demo, secures game number 1. Vensi's going to continue the dominance that he's had all season long, all alpha long, in this Feer Duels Alpha, as he takes game number 1 and goes up 1-0 over Element. Player review. The neat thing about these replays is, oh, never mind. I was going to say we could get different matches, but these guys are playing private matches. So I take it back. We're back here once again on rainy Manfield night. Vensi playing off the corner, not able to get a dribble going, but does enough to force Element off the ball. A nice boost grab, and he's trying to play quick. With a soft tap using the boost to force his car back down to the ground. Still not able to get there faster than Element. Element's going to go for a full reset back to his half. I'm not sure he got 100 boost, though, and he doesn't have any, and that's a perfect shot from Vensi as it goes crossbar down. And he is up 1-0. In this game number 2, a huge whiff on a kickoff, and Element almost not getting a free goal from it. Element realizing Vensi doesn't like the kickoffs. Vensi has mentioned how he's had some server woes when playing in NA East 2-man, so maybe he's electing not to go for the kickoffs this time around, as he doesn't want to risk it. Vensi in control of boost. Element resetting here on the corner. Both these guys now have 100. Vensi not willing to pull the trigger too soon. He's trying to get the slow dribble. Element's backward challenge, not quite there. But a tough angle for Vensi on the Doomsday Dish. He's going to pinch it off the ground. Saved away by Element. A nice play from him, and now a dribble for him as he takes it across midfield. Vensi bullying back off of it. This first touch is not great, but he ends up taking the flip either way. A dangerous second flip as Element going to take it the other way for a counterattack. Yet to see some spectacular aerial play from Vensi, but he is going to use this flip to push it down. And Element gets the first touch, second touch, flip into the boost, perfect play, and the counterattack is there. 2-1 in favor of Element. Vensi has yet to be able to connect on the high-flying plays. It's top 100 worldwide, not in the server. Yes, top 100 worldwide is correct. Top 100 in all the ranks. Nice kickoff for Element. Maybe this is why Vensi has been avoiding them. Element just playing it off the back wall. This is another potential server issue. Vensi maybe felt like he got there, but oh, I just tried to skip the replay for him. Vensi a nice kickoff the other way, so maybe the server issues are slightly over-exaggerated. Both these guys not mixing up the kickoff too much. We saw Vensi fake it a little bit, and Element had that extremely interesting fake in game number 1. But since then, both these guys keeping it very straightforward. Element looking for the angle. Vensi's going to clear it across his own net. Halfway through this game number 2. Vensi down 4-2. Bounce dribble for Element. He's going to pull out the bounce dribble instantly, go for the breezy flick. Vensi sends it high, but he is not in great shape. As Element is still barreling down the net, he will finally give Vensi an opportunity to breathe as he takes this back into his own half. Element off the side wall. Nice touch away from Vensi off the ceiling, but he doesn't use his 50 boost to get back to it. It felt like he had an opportunity to maybe try and get a ground pinch on net in a situation where he needs some goals to get back in this game. I'm surprised he didn't try to go for it, but maybe he is just so afraid of how fast Element has been playing. Thought for sure Element would be making it back. A little bit of a fake save by Element there, just to try and convince Vensi not to go up for that. And I don't understand how Element got this demo, but it is going to give him a 5th goal. And great defensive play from Element. A demo on the counterattack. He is up 5-2. Element weak touches deep in the corner, but Vensi, in an attempt to bring it across the net, ends up bumping Element back online. And a nice flick from him as Vensi with a whiff at midfield. And that'll get punished 6-2 with 1:16 left in favor of Element. Another kickoff mix-up. Element trying to secure his win. Doesn't want to lose too many straight kickoff goals, but instead he gives Vensi a wide open net, so just as bad. Element with the bounce dribble, looking for the hook shot as late as possible. Not able to connect on it. Vensi backflip, saves it away. Element thinking Vensi's coming for that early challenge. Pulls the flick immediately. Vensi having an opportunity to take it away. Only pushes it deep into the corner. 30 seconds left. This one should be all over. Element a long clear. He'll be taking the corner boost, but Vensi's been able to hold on to his own. It doesn't matter. He's going to need to score this one and a few immediate ones. Little Night Owl bump action. Ooh, doesn't work. Element playing it kind of from behind. Ends up being a 5-head way to do it. And quick counterattack. Element, oof. About a centimeter off a 7th goal. He's going to go for the triple tap. Not going to work. 5 seconds left. Element will take game number 2. And this one will head to a game deciding, or a match deciding, I should say, game number 3. Here we go, game number 3. Vensi versus Element in rank A 2-mans. You know you want to join 2-mans. You're thinking, man, these guys are really good. I'd love to be playing against them. Ooh, double touch from Element, saved away immediately out of the gate. Element firing on all cylinders, but a good save from Vensi. Element trying to initiate something from his corner. He's using his flip early on that back wall. It ends up pushing that ball farther ahead of him, which means he won't be able to initiate a dribble like he would like. Usually, before you pull the trigger on what kind of play you're trying to make, you want to keep that ball rolling as slow as possible. Vensi with the miss, but he connects on Element with the bump, and Element will eventually squeeze it in. Vensi just cannot get it right, as he did whiff in front of his net, but he was able to bump Element away, but he continued to panic, and that cost him a goal. This pinch sent high. Element is going to leave. No boost for him. He wants to go all the way back to the corner. So lots of space for Vensi. His flick does get past Element, but Element pinching it off the crossbar. If that one had been online, that would have been a bucket. Element saved by the fact that he could use the crossbar, or sorry, the post to help him. A nice 50-50 is going to put him up 2-0. Vensi starting this game back from behind. technically would be a reverse sweep if Element was able to pull it off. But something about a best of 3 doesn't quite feel like reverse sweep is something you can say. Nice shot from Element. Up earlier than Vensi. As easy as that on a nice high lob. A 3-goal lead at 3:33. Vensi ceiling reset, looking for that first bucket, and this might be a good way to get it. Nice play from Vensi, as that was an amazing shot, showing Element how it's done with a ceiling reset to put himself within 2. Vensi low 50, trying to recover to get back to that boost. He demos Element in the process. This will be a second goal as he is slowly working his way back. Element with first possession off kickoff, able to get mid boost and force Vensi at the ball. He has no boost. What he's doing so deep in Element's half. What is going on in Vensi's head? Element is able to grab mid boost and take possession, and Vensi is just coming in so deep with those fake challenges, trying to bait Element into I don't know what. But Element makes the read that Vensi does not have the boost to recover. And a quick tap over him is a 4th goal. Nice low 50 for Vensi. This should be a 3rd. That's a great play. He is doing a great job of handling the challenges right now from Element. Still has a little bit of distance to make back up, but a lot of time to do it. This time, the bullying at midfield from Vensi, refusing to leave, ends up working despite Element grabbing the 100 boost and having possession of the ball. Element clearing this in front of the net. Vensi realizing he needed to head of that boost as fast as he could in order to make sure that Element didn't steal it from him. But Element said, that's fine. You can have it. I'll just take your life in exchange. As Element goes up 5-3. Wave dash kickoff from Element. Ends up being a mistake as Vensi gets an immediate great shot on net. Element taking this to the side wall. This is what we expect to see from Element. And Vensi's having none of it. He knows he needs to prevent these Element plays before they even start. Not a great play off the back wall from Vensi, though, and he ends up just giving a free goal. He has got to be tilting just a little bit, as he must not have liked the way he touched that one off the wall. I mean, I just don't understand. He ends up letting Element have one for free. Element off the sidewall. Flip reset. Is he going for the double flip reset? Maybe didn't connect, but Vensi not able to save it as he flubs it off the side wall. Is this just a replay? Yes, it is, FeerRL. It is a replay from the 2-mans that is played in our server. Element up 7-3. Ooh, nice flick from Vensi. Not quite in, but close enough that Element will help it. Element doing what he likes to do as he starts to gain a lead. He loves to start putting in those fake kickoffs as they end up being a little bit more consistent and don't lead to easy goals. In this case, he's actually able to play it for a counterattack in one of his own, and that will be a 9th, or it absolutely should have been a 9th. A big whiff from Buried. I saw not from Buried, I just saw him in chat. From Element. But a nice shot off the wall for a 9th. 5-goal lead with a minute 13 left. It is a long, long way to climb for Vensi. Sitting atop the top 100 at number 20, Element, not in the top 100, but he has been able to take down some titans before. And looking like he is a minute away from taking down yet another one. This flick saved away. Elements with the air dribble carry, flip reset. Every last moment that he continues to buy gets him closer and closer to winning this game. Nice 50 as Vensi trying to go for the quick pinch, and that is exactly the kind of shot that Vensi needs. A pinch that screams into the net and gives him some time to make back up a couple more goals. Ooh, nice high flick. This should be a 5th. 23 seconds left. It's not impossible, but you have to think that Element is going to switch up the kickoff to make sure that Vensi doesn't get a quick 4 goals if somehow he finds a way to get a couple. And off this first kickoff, Element losing it, but looks like he did enough. Nice challenge. 10 seconds left. It's not going to happen anymore. Element tosses it over Vensi, and this should be the first ever 2-man's loss for Vensi, as he cannot quite take Element down. And Element, the Titan Killer, able to get the first ever win in 2-mans against Vensi. Make it 9-6, but congrats to Element on the dud.